Good day. Well, this camera's steadier. Try using a different forward-facing camera, but it's a little bit more steadier because it's over the Wi-Fi. So who knows? Um, there we go. Not so bad. Well, maybe not. Anyway, I'm your host for today's Coffee with the Tigg, Dan the Tigg Kasinger. Few things to cover, news-wise. Trying to keep this to about an hour like normal. Well, it's got to be. I think my camera's got to be tethered so it doesn't stutter so much. Oh, well, and I don't even have that camera plugged in. Forgot to plug that one in. The silly man that I am. Got a couple more Twitch followers, couple more YouTube followers. You notice the little lines are starting to creep across the board. The totals you see up there are for a year. They're not for a month. So if you want to hit the like button and the subscribe button on YouTube, and the bell to let you know when I'm coming online, it would be greatly appreciated. Also on Twitch, if you hit the follow button, there's the other picture. That way you can see how off it is. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more steadier, but it's a little bit more in sync. Anyway, lots to talk about. Personal wise, crappy race at Delta last week. Just could never get the lay of that track, and it showed. Then also, Zoom Racing World finished 10th after getting spun out twice out of 20 odd cars, and then the second race I finished second. So that goes to show you that the first race was a crappy one. So doing real good on that now. Second in points total for the season so far. Just got to keep consistent running in that. That's my personal news. On to more important stuff. What's happening in the sim world? Hello. Who's here?
I go vroom vroom.
Yeah, we know you do, Mad Dog. Oh, we know. So we're just going to cover a little bit of the news here, and then we're going on to uh, other stuff. Cut down the announcements on the page. It's just the merchandise. The announcement for the show today. The announcement for last night's show. All the thunderstorms and everybody was watching. I don't even know if that race went off. I still haven't checked. I haven't looked. The Iowa Speedway Racing is this weekend, and we've had rain. Always seems to rain when it's Iowa Speedway weekend. Never fails. We talked about that. I watched a little bit of 24-hour Le Mans last night. It was cool. Tornadoes around. Well, all about the weather. The new for 2020 and 2021, the new P1 cars, they're freaky far out as far as I'm concerned. These are what some of the new GT cars will look like. The hyper sport cars. It's going to be interesting. Mad Dog's announcement for his show. Yeah, that explains everything, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, the Zoom Race World live race feed, some truckers. Well, there's not a lot of news. The best news though is I got a new supporter the other night. Stephen Hart not only did he give me my first tip via Steam, via stream, he also bought me Oregon and Washington. His name is now on the list of supporters in the thing. Thank you, Steve. No, he still hasn't joined here. So about that. Show announcements. There's not a lot of, and yeah, that's a stream. Latest member Rick Square. Uh, Not a lot going on this week in sim racing, unsurprisingly so. Um, this guy, he says it's rFactor 2, but it sure looks like rFactor 1 to me, but hey, whatever. Yeah. Where's the news? Where is the news? I know I posted some news this week. Oh, yeah. That's my uh, World of Trucks page. Mount Croft. Here's a new track. Hey, here's some news. A new track or an updated track for rFactor 2. You can see in the pictures that how much better it looks from the original to. They're really learning how to do road surfaces and make things look more and more um, realistic, which is a good thing because we're getting away from the arcadey stuff. Thank God. Uh, it's starting to look more ACC. My buddy Fred, Dave did that in front of one of my trucks. Yeah, there's that. Got about getting over 100 subscribers on YouTube. The YouTube URL, if you don't know, is Dan the Tigg Caster, all one word. It's all one word. That's what the YouTube is. Ah, yes, a car came out, an actual race car, a Mercedes Benz or a Bentley. I'm sorry, a Bentley Continental GT3. It's actually a fix for a set of course. That lawnmower that goes 100 miles an hour, unrealistic. This was kind of cool. This is the pocket bikes at Donington Park I did the other day. I've not actually streamed them. I'm going to get around to streaming them sooner or later. Just so many things. Jackie Stewart's birthday. There's really not a lot of news. Washington dropped at the beginning of the week, and I have it. I've been streaming it the last couple of nights. I'll probably be doing it again today. There's some more about that. A set of course high speed ring. I did download it. I've not had a chance to run it yet. It's kind of like Papyrus Speedway in NASCAR Racing 2003. It's a high speed, high banked road course. I've yet to download it. I don't know what it's like. I've downloaded it, but I've yet to actually load it up and drive it. Some stuff from Competition Zone. They're pictures of their cars. They look like models, which is kind of cool. There's 100 subscribers again. Donington National with Cooper Minis again. Beijing Grand Prix track drop for rFactor 2. And then here's another Jops Siffert 2009 that dropped for rFactor 2, 2 tracks. Again, more announcements from me. More announcements for American Truck Simulator, the update. I have not had any problems with the American Truck Simulator updates. I don't know why people are, but I'm not. So, I figured with the mods, I read somewhere that on one of the American Truck Simulator forums here on Facebook, I read that you take your mods out and then you put them back in one at a time, see which ones work and see which ones don't. I did that, had no problems. I don't know how many times I've posted that to these people. I don't know how many times other people have posted this to the people, but it's on there 50,000 times. You delete your mods, you put them back in. Find out which ones don't work. It takes a couple hours, depending on how many mods you got. It took me about an hour, 2 hours. I don't even remember. I was having fun. But that's there. We got a Smoky on our tail. BTC in 60 seconds or less. I can't show any videos or else I'll get in trouble because of YouTube. YouTube is really, really neat. Oh, I imported one of my cars into a set of course, and it looks really cool. I paid this for rFactor 2, but it looks really good in a set of Corsa. So that's cool. That's that's that. There it is again. There's a on the track shot. Looks really, really good. Looks realistic. I'm glad my paints look good in the set of Corsa. Stuff about the truck racing, the real truck racing, semi racing. Here's we rolled through that. I thought there was more new stuff came out this week, but most of it was street cars, and I just don't have a love affair with street cars. Street cars are for the street, race cars are for the track. That's the way I see it. That's the way I look at it. I'm sorry if other people don't agree, but that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it. That's just the way I am. Iowa Speedway is. I don't know if they're still under weather or not. I've not looked that up at all. Um, so I couldn't tell you. I could look that up real quick to tell you whether or not that race is going on. But I highly doubt it because I just got back from walking the dogs and it was pretty rainy when I was out there. So it's still pretty wet. So I don't know if they'll actually be able to get that race off today or not. Um, let's just go to Iowa Speedway's uh, page right now. I should be able to pop it right up. Yeah. Image show. I wish I was there. That, to be honest with you, I wish I was there this weekend. But not possible. I don't see anything news. Used to be a member of this site. Actually, I used to have. I'm actually, if you go back and if it's still here, I'm actually in some of their pictures. So from way back in the day when they first opened. But I'm probably those pictures are probably long gone by now. Events. Let's see what they say. Probably nothing. I'll probably have to go to NASCAR. Here it's printed, but the race today.
What's NASCAR?
What's NASCAR? That's oval. That's the big racing in America,
What's America?
the country you live in, silly ass.
Or do I live in America? I think I live in Canada.
Don't you live in Florida,
Yeah, North Carolina.
North Carolina, whatever? It's all the same. You all talk funny down there.
Ain't that the truth? There's some crazy ass people in Florida.
Well, they're underway now, and it's only 11th. I guess they're trying to get it in. They're trying to get the truck race in. Yep, here we go.
You can use that truck ticket and watch the Xfinity race for free.
Uh, they usually sell out, so it's not like there's empty seats. I don't know how they're going to do that, but a lot of the people who buy the tickets for the one race have the same have tickets for the second race. So
I like Iowa, by the way. I love Iowa.
yeah, it's there you go. Well, there's some kind of video. That's not Iowa. Or it could be. Yeah, that actually is Iowa. That's a good looking video, and there's some old history. But yeah, I guess they're getting the race on right now, lap 4. Who the Granger Truck Series is running right now. So there you go. They're actually getting the race that was supposed to go on last night is right now. So I guess I don't know why unless the race the Xfinity running tonight. Is that why they're doing it now? Okay, you don't know. Let's see. When were they supposed to run? Yeah, they're running 5:30 tonight. So that's why they're running it now, so they can clear it out, clean it up a little bit, and then get the next crowd in. That's probably more than likely what they're going to do. Because the Iowa always sells out. So there you go. That's what's going on in Iowa. I should have looked that up before the show, but what the hell? Why not just do it now? Anyway, there's going to be more Truck Simulator streaming since a lot of people seem to like to watch that. We'll do more racing with the track we're running for Zoom Racing World during the week. But mostly American Truck Simulator. That seems to be my most popular show of everything I do is American Truck Simulator. That's what I'll do. And since we've got Washington and Oregon to explore, we got lots of stuff to look at. We got lots of places to go. I've only got I'm down to less than 60% of the map explored. So we got lots of places to go. I swapped out last night for those who didn't watch. I swapped out the cargo container truck for a regular trailer, so we can go a lot more places and do a lot more things with that. Man, Mad Dog here, he's been doing iRacing, and he ran in an event last night, or yesterday afternoon, which I did watch on Twitch. How did that go for you, buddy? He's not there.
Well, we finished P25 after about an hour in, but I'll take it. We'll
Mm-hmm.
focus on Canada. Hopefully, we'll win.
Hopefully you'll finish top 10.
Yep, that's the plan. It was our first endurance race as a team, but I think we did pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta learn your track boundaries. I'm just giving him a hard time. But that's about all that's going on. We've got Delta Sim Racing again on Wednesday night. It's supposed to be Riverside. There is a more current version of Riverside out, but they're wanting to use an older version, a crappier version, so I'm not sure if I'm going to run that race or not. I'm not big on road courses in NASCAR Racing 2003 to begin with, never have been, but this one's really bad, and it's a bad track. It's bad track. That's all.
I know, right? Sika sucks at night.
Mm-hmm. Sega sucks at night. He raced Laguna Seca at night with no lights, except the lights on the car, which makes it impossible. That actually makes it harder for you to stay on track when you can't see the track other than what's in your headlights.
Yeah,
Needless to say.
I think that's what killed us. Cause
Yeah, and
it
that's
was getting
probably
dark.
killed everybody.
And plus, with the idiots, racing around us, yeah, that's what basically got us
Yeah.
disqualified.
Oh yeah.
If we would have probably started on pit road, I think we could have done a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion.
Hello.
Hey, Dan.
Hey Tom, what's up? How you this morning?
All right, I was watching the video you put up yesterday's races. That's why I'm late.
Oh, the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got to make the highlight video, which is going to be interesting considering all that happened yesterday.
Yeah, I'm thinking about recording some races and posting them on YouTube. I'm thinking about it.
That's what I do. I do the live stream, and then for our Zoom Racing World stuff, and then I make a highlight video of those for like a 10-minute. We do two races, and I do combined together in one video, a 20-minute video of two races, and that's the outside view. That just gets you more of a real see what happens around with the other drivers and stuff like that. It just makes it more fun. I'm wearing my Laguna Seca t-shirt today too, so not in honor of you. It just came up in the rotation.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet, but yeah,
I would.
Like I said, it was disappointing that we finished 25th, but I mean, it was our first endurance race. I just said we just try to survive, which we did. Finish 25th. With that, even though we got disqualified, I'll take it. That's better than damn last, that's for sure. But there ain't nothing for us to be ashamed of.
Nope.
We did good. I'm proud of my team. We'll just focus on the Canada, and hopefully we'll at least get a top 15 or a top 10.
Aim for a top 20. Go 5 spots at a time. So what's your impression
of... Here's the funniest thing.
What's your impression of the Zoom racing from my point of view yesterday there, Tom?
Well, you did fine.
Yeah.
I didn't, but it's now on your live stream. That's just a saved replay, right?
Mm-mm. That was what we did. That's as it happened. I have not done the replay yet.
Okay.
That's live as it
so
happened.
You can't change your driving angle. Then you always have to be in the car,
right.
Unless you change it, right?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. That's
hard to see what's going on around you because the mirror makes them tall and skinny.
Yeah, I know.
The cars behind you.
Annoying. It's annoying. A lot of the mods do that in rFactor, and I've yet to figure out how to fix that. There's a setting that you can do, but I don't remember where it's at. And it's one of those things you don't play with until you need it, and then you can't think of it because not all the mods do that. So
Might be in the player file.
it is. It's in the player fire. It's one in the INIs. It's mirror adjustment, and I just don't remember how to do it. That's the bad thing, is I actually don't remember the numbers that you need to do. So I don't play with it.
Uh,
I just deal with it. I used to know how to
no,
do that years and years ago.
I'm talking about the actual PLR file for your name.
Yeah, there's
Cause
numbers.
I was messing with that this morning.
Yeah, there's mirrors. There's numbers in there that you can change. I did it years
Yeah.
ago. I just don't remember what the numbers are, and I don't remember where I got them from. And probably more than likely is that site is gone, like so many other sites. There is the destroyer player thing, destroyer rFactor. Um, I can't think of what it's called now. It's like it like lets you. It's just a little program that pops up and it goes through all your rFactor files and lets you adjust it. It's over at Trips. I still know
Yeah.
that much, but I just don't remember how to play with it all, and I'm not gonna mess with it because if you mess with the wrong thing, it shuts it. Then it doesn't load, and you got to figure out what you did wrong or just reinstall it.
Yeah. Do you know if Bill went to Phoenix this morning or not?
Yeah, he took his son to
Oh yeah.
Well, I know he was
Demonstration.
taking his son, but he said he might drop him off and continue on out to Phoenix for
Mm,
Father's Day.
I didn't.
Debbie's father.
I probably. I don't know. I didn't. I did not talk to him this morning at all. We talked
Oh, okay.
yesterday up till about 5 o'clock my time and 4 o'clock my time, and then I didn't. He came on the trucker stream last night for a little bit, but that was about it. We didn't really talk that much. I didn't have Discord or
Uh,
TeamSpeak on for the trucker stream, so we didn't talk that much.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. But we already covered the news. What do you think about racing that crappy Riverside?
Well, it is what it is.
You're gonna race it? Because I'm thinking
I
about
won't
sitting
do
it
it.
out. I'm seriously thinking
I
about
won't
sitting it
do
out.
it again.
Did John deny him
I
changing the track?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on? What happened?
Nothing really. This is NR2K crap. John Norton made a
Okay.
better version of Riverside that's more accurate
Mhm.
than the piece of crap we've got in the sim right now. And
Mhm.
Delta likes to run it with chassis 5, but the track is
Mhm.
designed for chassis 4, which is a road racing car. And supposedly John, and I don't know how much of this is true because I haven't talked to John about this at all
Well,
either.
it's in his README
Well,
file not to change it.
that's for our factor. That's what I understood. But um,
But I thought Ziggy was going to ask him if he
yeah,
could.
I thought he was too, but I don't get involved in that stuff, and I just pretty much do what I do.
Ain't heard
I
nothing back.
Nope.
I wish that John would allow, well, at least like put like a modern like graphics on Riverside instead of the old graphics. The old days would be pretty cool. But,
Well,
yeah,
that's not what John's about.
Nope.
yeah, he's all old school. But I whether if it's new, I'll race it. But like I said, it'll be cool to have like the Monster Energy graphics. If
No.
if
Mm-mm.
I was still around,
No.
but
No.
nah.
No. No monster graphics on the track that's been dead for years.
Yeah, it would be cool. But anyway, so
That's
I was
well,
looking
that's
at
because you're young.
our split from last night. More people than us got qualified. Like almost half of the field was actually disqualified at the end of the race.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like the guy in front of us, if we would have last 5 more laps, he would have we would have finished 24th. If we would have lasted longer than that, we could have pretty much grabbed P12. But everybody pretty much got disqualified. Only like 10 drivers will still run it into the race. 10 or 11 drivers, and some got disqualified because they didn't have enough drivers. Like one guy, oh no, that ain't it. Like one driver's got like just one driver, and yeah, he got disqualified. Yeah, already R18 Portugal. He lost. Actually, he gained 12 SR, but everybody else so lost some. I've seen a guy that lost like 40 something. He's now at like 0.65, 0.95, and he's A class. That hurts very, very much.
See, Mad Dog, my bed's made.
What's a bed?
The thing that you have behind you that's not made.
Oh, I sleep on the floor, my dude. Floor's more comfortable than the bed.
You got the wrong bed. Anyway, so this weekend, what do you think of that track we're racing on next Sunday? That little short high speed thing. What do you think of that, Tom? I lost Tom. I guess that was him.
So where y'all
Yeah.
racing? So where's Zoom racing at this week?
Falkenberg.
Next week. What? Why have I heard that name before?
It's a
Why
Swedish.
have I heard?
It's a Swedish track. Well, Dan Fogelberg, but that's a singer. But they're around. The names. I do believe the WTCC actually races there for real. So if you follow the WTCC, they race there. I'm pretty sure. I know the Swedish series does. They're the Swedish version of the touring car championship races there. But it's in almost every
Yeah.
sim. So, and I think iRacing has it, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just it's basically a bent up oval course with some elevation changes, and it's more of an oval, and it's fast. Um, it's fast. It's very fast. We were cutting laps around 50 seconds, so it's very fast.
Ooh, damn.
Very fast road course. And I wasn't even I was the second fastest. I think my lap was a 51.1 or somewhere 51.2 somewhere in there, and somebody, one of the young guys got a 50.9 or 50.8. I mean, we were cutting some pretty serious laps. I know I was losing the time. I just don't know where how to get that couple of tenths. It's the second turn in that track. It's probably is the only tight turn, and that's where I'm losing the 2 tenths or 3 tenths. But that's not that big a deal. As we run half-hour races, and you can't run flat out like that every lap. And I've seen these guys; they usually,
Mm-hmm.
mess up. Everybody messes up. I mess
Yeah,
up. My
that's
average lap is actually about a 52 and a half around that place, which I don't think is too bad. When I
that's
did when I did a 15 lap run, it was about 52 and a half seconds. So that's not too bad. So I hope to fare well again. Another top 10, two more top fives in that series for me, which would be great. Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's how I am. I even thought I can go faster. I want to go slower and just so I can just let everybody else wreck themselves out and then take their position. That's my
You
game.
know how I race. I don't race the guys around me. I pass them, yes, but
Mm.
I don't race to beat them. I race the track and I race myself. I don't race anybody else.
Yeah,
If they're around me, I
that's
find my
pretty much
way
what.
around them as fast and safe as I can, and then go on to the next one. And then usually
Yeah,
the
that's
second
what
race,
I
if you
do.
watch that
That's what I do.
live feed replay yesterday of the second race, I spent most of that race alone. Just driving,
Yeah, that's how I am.
just turning laps, and that was fine and dandy. It just made it easier. Then I caught up to the back of the pack and started having to lap people, but towards the very end of the race. But big deal. But
That's how I
that's
am.
yeah. Well,
I'll.
that's kind of way you got to be. That way you stay within the track limits and don't worry about getting disqualified for, uh, going off the track.
Yeah, that's how I've been. I don't try to you know rush myself at all. If I don't care if I'm 4 seconds off from the leader, if I'm having fun doing my own race, I'm doing my own race. I'm having fun doing it. I've been doing that for
That's
things
the
since
way
I've
you're supposed
joined.
to. That's the best way to do. Is don't worry about who's there. Just go. Either let them by you or get around them. Either or. And you
Yeah,
always
I tell you, I
if
had
you let the guys who are charging to the front in the first 10 minutes of a race, well, a normal race, in a 3 hour race, I would let everybody by. I wouldn't race for a position in a 3 hour race. I would just, you want to go, because you're gonna wreck out
yeah,
eventually.
I think that's what we're gonna do at Canada. I
Yeah,
think
and
that's
that's
what we're gonna
exactly
do
what you do. Just find a
because
spot and run in it. Let's find a spot and
because now
run.
since I've seen because now since I've seen how many people got DQ'd in that race, yeah, I think for Canada we're not going to even grid. We're just going to start on pit road, and then even I don't care if we're 5 laps down. We're just going to run our race and do everything we need to do right. But I've also I can tell you one thing we was doing when I was doing street stock on dirt there. This was like before I got promoted, I think it was, and there was a guy that I actually took over, and like I was watching him, he was like, he was going in the corner, he was going like all the way up and then back down, and I'm like, this fool cannot hold a line at all, and I'm sitting here watching him, and finally he screwed up, and I started going on his outside. I'm like, all right, buddy, you better not, think about what I'm thinking you're going to do to me. Soon enough, as soon as I got past him, I said, "See ya, dude." And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, by the end of the race, I was like 2 or 3 seconds up the road from him. I was like, I ain't gonna bother with you. But yeah, people was like pissed off about him and everything. I was like, yeah, I would be too, because this guy was like going all the way to the top and then back to the bottom, going to the top. I'm like, bro, are you even using a damn wheel or are you using a damn controller? You can't even keep the damn car where it should be. So he pissed me off. I was like, ugh. And thankfully, I saved that replay so I can go back and watch and laugh at him.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we save replays around here. So what do you think of
yeah,
Falkenberg
but
there,
yeah, I
Tom?
knew.
I heard you come back, Tom. Tom. Oh, he muted his mic. Oh, now he's unmuted it. What do you think
I
of
had my
Falk?
mic off because I'm
Oh,
eating crackers.
oh no, he's eating crackers. I was just wondering what your opinion of Falk.
It's all right.
I was just wondering what your opinion of Falkenberg was. That's all.
I said it's all right.
It's all right. You don't like it. Like it. You think you're gonna do good.
It's all right.
It's all right. He says he's got no opinion on the place. In other words, he thinks he's gonna suck hind tit. I'm just teasing, Tom.
I don't think that, but
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
it'll be, it'll be all right.
It's going to be an interesting race after the fiasco we had in the second race yesterday to see what happens in that race next week. Um,
Yep.
yep, yep. All right, well, I mean, we pretty much covered everything that is out there to cover. We talked about racing, sim racing, a little bit of news that popped up. I thought there was a whole lot more news than that, but I guess there wasn't. Um, so my camera's down here, and I keep looking up there. Makes me look weird. Um, Thanks, guys, for stopping by for a great conversation. As always, I do appreciate it. And of course, all the supporters out there. Tom, of course, is one of my supporters, one of my main supporters. My wife, of course, can never do these shows without the help of the wife. Um, she leaves me alone. That's the help she gives me. Well, seriously. Think about it. She can nag the hell out of me while I'm trying to do this stuff. But she doesn't. She's nice. She leaves me alone. Bill, who's taking his son to military camp this weekend and then probably going to Phoenix. So he won't be around at all today, more than likely. So thanks, Bill, as always. Tom, always thank you. Mad Dog for being a continued supporter of watching and coming on these shows with me. I really do appreciate it. Ian, of course, is always around, and I appreciate everything, all his following and chatter. I can never express enough how much I appreciate it. And my new financial supporter, Stephen Hart, of course, I do appreciate what you do too. I can never forget, never thank you enough for giving me the gifts that you've given me. I thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit the follow button on Twitch. That little line is getting red, more red and more red, and then the YouTube is getting more orange. I have to keep an eye on that, and sometimes manually change it. It's not a big deal, but just keep an eye on those. That those are year totals we're going for. That's not a month, not 6 months. It's a whole year. That's the totals we're aiming for the year. So that's next June. And so let's get those lines completely red and orange. Right, guys? Right.
Right.
All right. Thank you guys very much for watching.
You're wrong.
You're
Ah!
wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. I'm always
Oh
right.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Well, that was fun.